silence here. Hold on, yerba JJs, because we're back to the 12 days of Plug-and-Plays here on Spider Plays. Now today we got something pretty special. You're in for a treat. Yeah, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different than everything else we've been playing. We're going to be talking about this big fucker right here. This is the Ford Racing Plug-and-Play. Now I know what you're thinking by looking at this fucking thing. Glenn, how the hell could this be bad? It's quality. Look at it. It's a big fucking piece of plastic. It's got Ford's name all over it and shit. I mean, like, just look at it. You can honestly tell that budget, time, love, dedication went into this. Give all of us a racing experience unparalleled by any game or any real life experience. This thing's gonna knock our fucking socks off. Now, if you've watched the other episodes of this series, you know that before we get into the gameplay of it, we usually take a look at the system or console, or whatever you call these fucking things themselves. So we're going to delve into this thing. Now, this looks like money went into it. On the outside. I mean, sometimes we all say, you know, it's not what's on the outside that counts, it's what's on the inside. That's not always true, though. Anyway, look how big this fucking thing is. Now, as a comparison, I have my Nintendo 64 steering wheel right here. I'll move this one over. So you can see it's, you know, almost as big. And of course, there's more buttons on this because it's got to accommodate the N64 control scheme. But look how much plastic went into this fucking thing, man. I mean, they're nearly the same size, which is fucking crazy. Only the N64 steering wheel, you know you're going to be playing a good game because there's actually good racing games on the N64. This is relegated to just one game. So it better be a good fucking game. Am I right? Now looking at this thing, it's got your standard plug-and-play shit on it. You know, there's just two plugs, one audio, one video. It's got these 4 buttons up top here that kind of navigate the menu. It's got exit and start buttons up here. On the back of the steering wheel, you got these little pedals right here, and they're, you know, it's pretty easy to figure out what they're for. The right's for gas, left's for brake. Pretty standard, really. Of course, you got your on-off switch right here. And the revolutionary thing about this one, it's not going to tell you to put batteries in it. You have the option to put 4 AA batteries in this fucking thing. But they give you the option to use an AC adapter on the back here. I mean, I guess that's nice of them, you know. You don't have to burn through batteries, because obviously they knew if you're going to buy this fucking thing, you have other plug-and-plays, and that's where your battery budget went. So I guess they're going to go easy on you. I didn't buy this thing new, so I don't know if it actually came with an AC adapter. But you can look for AC adapters at your local St. Vincent's if you feel the need to have an AC adapter for this. I mean, honestly, just by first impression of it, it looks like a quality item. It's got weight to it, it's solid, the plastic feels alright, the buttons all feel alright. But the gameplay will tell a different story. So without further ado, let's hop in our Ford and fucking go race, man.
Well, I got a special treat for you guys. Figured I'd break up the monotony a little bit, try to get away from all the other shitty plug-and-play games by playing a little racing. It's fucking racing, right? How bad could it be? Well, upon startup, it doesn't look or sound too bad. It looks like another 16-bit video game, you know, like something you'd see on, you know, Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo. When you open it up, you get 3 modes: practice, single race, and championship. I played this thing ahead of time only to find out that it's all the same thing anyway. We're gonna get into what this game is in a second here. What's really surprising is there's a lot of customization. There's a lot of things you can change before you can even play. There's a number of Ford cars you can choose. You can even choose the number on the side of the car, and you can choose the color of the car, and you can also choose automatic or manual transmission. I had no clue how to use the manual transmission, so I just went with auto. Kind of a sad state of affairs when you can actually drive a real manual transmission and not be able to figure out a manual transmission on a fucking video game. There's even a number of different locations you can go to, and you can also choose your character. Each character is exclusive to his or her own level, I guess, and you can change your name. It seems ambitious. It almost seems promising, until you actually start the game. First and foremost, the gameplay. You'll notice the racing controls right away. You have to be dead center to gain speed. If you just lightly tap the white line on either side of the road, you're gonna lose speed, like, immediately. And of course, if you bump into a car, you'll lose speed. It doesn't even seem like there's a side of the road you can officially be on. You have to be dead center to gain speed. The steering is incredibly stiff though, like overly stiff. Once you start playing through levels, after you get past the really stiff and crappy controls of it all, you're gonna start to realize that it doesn't really matter what location you go to, you get the same backdrop as the last one. None of these locations change, they're not any different. I didn't know California, Hong Kong, and Italy all look the same. It doesn't really matter where you go in the world, it all looks the same, I guess. Another thing too that I couldn't believe is that there's no third-person perspective, which means choosing your car, choosing a color for your car, choosing a number for your car, choosing a character, it's all pointless. Sure, the character is represented at the bottom of the screen where your speed is. What's the point of choosing your own car and customizing it if you can't even see the damn thing? Which means all the customization, the level select, all of it is pointless. It doesn't mean jack shit. So it just exists in the game to give you the illusion that you're choosing your own style, you're being your own person, man, when really you're just taking what the game gives you. The game becomes really, really boring because there's not much variety. All the levels are the same. The gameplay is just monotonous and repetitive, along with the music. The normal stuff that would make any racing game fun, like crashing into cars, running off the road and exploding, any of that stuff is not present in this. You can't make yourself crash. You can turn the steering wheel all the way right and try to run yourself off the road. You can try to ram into other cars. Cars take no damage, and your car takes no damage. Races are incredibly long too, even if you choose a short track. It's almost like this game tried to be like a newer version of Rad Racer or Pole Position, or Super Monaco on the Sega Genesis. I mean, the graphics are okay. It's 16-bit graphics, like I said, but this thing came out in 2005. Really? By this time, games like Cruisin' USA, Gran Turismo, and Need for Speed came out, kicked ass, and went their way, making this thing obsolete and dead on arrival. Jeez, this thing is the definition of trying to be something you're not.
Well, goddamn. It's like what Eric Cartman said in that NASCAR episode of South Park. I guess I'm just not porn stupid enough to compete with all these other race car drivers.
I'm gonna press the gas pedal and I'm gonna go forward. The f*** are you doing? F*** you, Danica Patrick. You ain't half as dumb as me. Gas pedal. Oh, son of a bitch!
You know, I can't really say that I got a true-to-life experience out of this. I mean, I've driven a lot. I'm 35. I got my license when I was 17. So it's quite a number of years driving, and doesn't really compare. It would be nice if I went off the road and nothing would happen. It'd be nice if I could crash into other cars and nothing would happen to me. That'd be fucking great. It would save on insurance, I'll tell you that much. Ford put their name all over this thing, like they were going to be proud of it, like they had faith in the people making this fucking thing. Now, I've owned a Ford. 2002 Ford Taurus wagon. It's a quality vehicle. I had it for 6 years. The frame finally rotted on it. It was white with flames. A lot of people might know the fucking car. You can actually buy a t-shirt with that car on it with some of my artwork on it if you go to metalspiderentertainment.spreadshirt.com to, to go look at the store and maybe buy a t-shirt. If you're so inclined to doing so. Now, let's talk about the price range on this fucking thing. Now, I don't know what this thing costed new, but I know a lot of these average out for about $20, just based on their size and what was programmed into them. But this is big. This is clunky. This has weight to it. I'm willing to bet they charge $30 for this fucking thing. More than $20, and it's not worth anywhere near that. And the thing is, they could have achieved the same kind of gameplay with just a standard controller. It's all it needed. It didn't need anything like this. It doesn't even feel like racing. The steering wheel just feels like shit. It's perplexing. It's like I said earlier, this thing is the ultimate example of something that's trying to be something it's not. Kind of like yours truly trying to be something I'm not. A big famous YouTuber when I only got a couple hundred subscribers.
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony!
But y'all love me, so it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. Besides, who needs fame anyway? Fuck that shit. I got enough people that bother me on a daily basis. Anyway, guys, we gotta conclude this video. This is the Ford Racing plug-and-play system thing. It sucks. Not worth 20 bucks. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're almost getting close to the end of this whole 12 days of Plug-and-Play series. I love you guys for watching this far, but stay tuned because the best is yet to come on these. I'll see you in the next video, guys.